Hello and welcome to a Woodland Life where we are building the toilet privacy screen. This is all going to be very basic, so if you're thinking this is going to be some top drawer carpentry, walk away now. This is pretty simple, anyone can do this. So all I'm doing here is building a back wall that's going to screw onto the back of this pallet. It's not going to go in the ground at this stage. We're going to see how we get on. There's a reason why I'm not putting anything in the ground, but I'll get to that in a minute. I may have to at some point stake it and then screw it to the stakes, but for the minute all I'm doing is I've got that pallet which you saw in the last video where I was taking it off my truck, and that's sat on some normal house bricks, 6 house bricks. You might have noticed this pallet is painted green, so I just use some, can't remember what the company's called, but the paint's called Shades. We've used that before at home, and that's pretty good at just protecting things a little bit. I just wanted the base covered in that. I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know, will I? I may cover the rest of it in some sort of protective paint, but we'll see how we get on. Obviously the reed screen won't be able to paint that. So this is just the back wall basically, and I'm going to put this bit up and then really see where we go from there. Yeah, a bit annoying that I didn't bring a tape measure or a square with me, so I don't know if you remember me saying that I don't have any sort of tool shed here, so everything that we need I've got to bring down on the day. I'm in discussion at the moment with the local parish council and an archaeological group who apparently have a say in whether or not you can put your buildings up, and they are suggesting that I need to get planning permission for a tool shed. I'm not sure they fully understand what it is I'm trying to build. I mean, it's literally I need something to keep some tools in, but nonetheless that's what they're suggesting, so God knows how long that is going to take to sort out. But in the meantime, it means I've got to bring the tools down. So yeah, I did forget the square and the tape measure. If you're ever in a situation like that, don't panic. I've got this pallet here, and I know that's roughly square, and as long as I build on that, I can use that as a reference. I've also got bits of decking which I know are cut square because I cut them at home, so I can almost use that as a square against the timbers that I'm putting in. I also forgot to bring in I've got some very cheap screws here, so I don't think they're going to last too long. I've got some proper timber construction screws there, which I will screw this in. However, if you are building something outdoors, really what you want to do is use nails. That's the suggestion there. I'm just using screws because it's a decking, the screws go through it like butter, so it's easy. But screws in anything that's going to jiggle around, really there's a tendency that they could, or a risk that they could shear off and snap. So that's why you tend to see in these sort of outdoor constructions nails rather than screws. I'm using screws, but you know, do as I say, not as I do. But that's just because what was at hand. So I bought some very, very cheap screws to put this together, just because they were in the shop that I was passing at the time. Yeah, so basically this is going to stand up and go on the back of this pallet, which is on the 6 house bricks I brought as well, and then eventually that might be staked in. Now, I did mention before the toilet, which I've got here. Is a toilet. So all this is a bit of timber which I had at home, and I've cut it into a very simple toilet seat that's got a cavity underneath to put a bucket. We had we changed the toilet seat in downstairs toilet in the house, and it was one of these cheapy ones, so I've just sort of upcycled that and bolted that in, and yeah, bucket goes under there, people do their business. When it's all done, this will obviously be in here somewhere, this will be at the back, there'll be some sort of walls, and then that reed screen just in the background will surround it all. So that's how it's going so far. I won't be able to do too much more on this today. Got a few other jobs to do, including steps. Some steps got damaged in the rain last time we were down. I've got to repair them, and I haven't got a load more timber, so I need to get some more decking, which I'm getting from basically donations and free to collector. The idea is that it doesn't cost a great deal. But we'll, build it as we go and see how we get on. Anyway, I better crack on, so till next time, cheers.